First of all, I just want America to know that I had nothing to do with this question that was presented on this show today. I accept the fact that it's a question that Max Webster, would like to explain and interpret and all of that other stuff. I'm not listening to that nonsense. The fact of the matter is that LeBron James will never be Michael Jordan, not in my eyes. 5 NBA Finals losses has something to do with that. You know, a career 33-point per game average in the postseason for Michael Jordan would have something to do with that. Michael Jordan winning 6 NBA Finals, 6 NBA Finals MVP, and never allowing a series to go 7 games would have something to do with that. Michael Jordan averaging better than 30. For 12 straight years, okay? That would have something to do with that. And that's in the postseason, too, not just the regular season. Not to mention the fact that the level of competition does matter to me. I think about the road to prosperity. One of the things I lamented about this particular player series is this is where, and by the way, can I get my graph, please? Because remember, I'm about to be just a touch little critical of the greatest player in the world, who's one of the greatest players to have ever lived in LeBron James, who should be on the Mount Rushmore and all of this other. We got to make sure let's make sure we read it up there. Great father, great husband, generous philanthropist, actor, director extraordinaire, the LeBron James Family Foundation, the I Promise Initiative. Did I leave anything out? Did I leave it? I just want to make sure I didn't leave anything out, because my God, we're getting back to basketball. I'm trying to stay with basketball. I'm not questioning LeBron the man. I'm not questioning LeBron the human being. I'm not questioning LeBron James the chair, the philanthropist.
I got a question
I'm not
for
questioning LeBron the businessman. What a wonderful. Hold on, Max, because his kids might be watching. His boys are definitely watching. The supporters are definitely watching. I want to make sure that that before I let you go, Max, I just want to ask you one question before I finish my argument. I'm going to come to you, and then I'm going to finish my argument. I want to ask you this question, Max. Have I been kind enough, Max Kellerman? Have I pointed out the things that I need to point out about LeBron James so I can actually not be accused of eviscerating him just because I had the temerity, the unmitigated gall, to bring up something slightly critical about basketball? Have I covered all the great things about LeBron James? Have I done it?
Did you mention his acting?
Oh, I did mention his acting. I mentioned his acting, the writing, the directing. I mentioned all of it.
Did you mention that he brought along the people he came up with, provided that they pulled their weight?
Oh, damn it, Max, you got me there. My bad. Maverick Carter, Rich Paul, and Randy Mims, and all of these guys. I mean, but listen, man, there's people that's working within the Cavs organization that he's helped get started. There's thousands of kids he's gotten scholarships for. I mean, Max, you're right. I'm sorry. I left that out. My bad. I'm sorry. I left it out. Did I leave anything else out? I just want to make sure, Max. Did I leave anything else out?
Probably, but it's only a 2-hour show, Stephen A. And how
okay,
can
it's
we
only a
cover
2-hour show. My bad, Max Kellerman, my bad. All I'm trying to say is this. From a basketball perspective, I just lamented the other day, Indiana was babies. Toronto had their heart snatched before the series even began. The second they knew LeBron James is who they would be going up against. And, of course, Boston doesn't have Kyrie. Who did Jordan have to go through? The Celtics, the Pistons. He's won their first title against the Lakers with Magic Johnson. The Portland crew with Clyde Drexler and everybody else. Utah twice. By the way, what about the Indiana Pacers with Rick Smits and Reggie Miller and all these? What about the Knicks? What about with Ewing and Oakley and Mason and those boys?
For that matter, all those guys sometimes face good opponents, sometimes bad. Here's my question for you,
LeBron hasn't had to go against that level of competition.
Let's say the Cavs make it to the finals and they play the Warriors. Who are you picking this year, provided health?
I'm picking the Warriors.
Of course. And it's not because you think KD's better than LeBron. You know LeBron's better than KD. It's that LeBron has Kevin Love and KD has Steph Curry and Klay Thompson and Draymond Green. In other words, the Warriors are just better. That's my point. I'm saying that I think if LeBron beats this Warriors team in the finals, he will have closed the gap, because I don't think he's going to beat the Warriors team. Because you and I both know he's not going to beat the Warriors team. Because in order to do that, he has to have such a superhuman level of performance, it's almost unthinkable. So if he actually pulls that off, what are we going to say? It didn't happen?
Hold it. Because, Max, you're talking about one opponent. I'm talking about the road to prosperity. In other words, what I'm saying is I get to take into account the totality of your career and all the opponents you had to go through en route to capturing titles. And I'm saying that the road that Michael Jordan had to travel before he ultimately, and while and during he ultimately repeated championships, the road was significantly more difficult for him than it was for LeBron James.
That Michael Jordan,
in terms of opponents,
you and I both know Michael Jordan had to beat great teams with great players to win championships. Karl Malone and John Stockton on the Jazz. That loaded Seattle team.
What about Phoenix?
That loaded Magic team. I get it, but let's not twist it now. At the time, the perception was Jordan missed the prime Bird McHale dynasty and the prime Magic-worthy Kareem dynasty, and the Jordan detractors at the time said that he wasn't facing the competition that Bird and Magic were.
He didn't miss it. They beat him earlier before the Detroit Pistons. Hold it. They beat him earlier. Then the Detroit Pistons dethroned them, and then he had to go through the Pistons. That's not missing them. The Detroit Pistons took them out.
Stephen A., most of the people having this debate.
He didn't have to play the Celtics to get to the championship when they were great.
Go ahead,
or the
Molly.
Lakers.
Let me hear Molly.
I was just going to say that most of the people having this debate are going to think you're wrong just simply because they never saw Jordan play.
They're ignorant.
You know, so they're all going to be Team LeBron just based on
had any
never
facial
watching
hair
him
at that
play.
particular moment in time. Your opinion don't count on this, you young whippersnapper.
All right, guys, let's leave it there. You guys are like 2 years apart.
Time out. Jordan's the GOAT. Time out. Jordan's the GOAT. Jordan's the GOAT, and the Cavs ain't going to beat the Warriors in the finals. That's the point. If they do, though, you got to incorporate new evidence.
Out of time, guys.